Coming in hot.
Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah. Hopefully, and then because later in the week I don't work as late, but again it's going to be like shitty weather later in the week.
Yeah, but you're getting the whole package coming, so you can sit down and play with it.
Yeah, but I want to fucking go outside.
Oh yeah, true. That's probably the best place to learn.
Well, no, I also just want to go outside just to be a fucking, because I'm a mammal. I want to fucking be outside of my apartment. Outside of buildings. Outside of man-made cement and poo-poo pants.
Always good to get out of the poo-poo pants as soon as possible.
As soon as you'd like. I'm trying to get the mic someplace that's comfortable for me, but also that will be consistent throughout our recording.
We've been doing this for 2 years now. You won't have a spot?
No, I fucking have to go into a different room depending on what time of day it is, all sorts of shit. I live with someone, and also I have loud neighbors, so I have to figure out what's going to be the quietest room. Okay. So, are you done eating?
Yep.
All right, yeah, so just find you got a good place for your mic?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Same place as always. 2 years straight.
All right, well, then try to keep your head there.
Got it.
So we're getting this equipment. We're going to be able to record stuff. And we need stuff to record. So, we're really going to make movies. It's not going to just be coming up with plots. So let's, I think in this recording, let's brainstorm just a bunch of shorts, we're not trying to brainstorm a feature length. We have Snake Boy that we're working on, but I want to make some shorts, and let's try to keep it, within our means. We'll try to avoid anything that involves big set pieces or settings that would be particular, that, even if we could reasonably possibly get them, if they're going to be a pain in the, let's try to not give ourselves headaches in this process. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm sort of mean is let's try to make things happen outside as much as possible.
Yes.
Let's just, you know what? Let's do what we always do, and we'll
break it down.
Let's just text each other a bunch of titles. Does that sound good? You don't want to do that? You're sighing.
We always
every time
do
we
that,
record, you sigh at something we do every time.
I know, because you're like, okay, let's text each other titles, and then I just sit here reading your text because I don't know how to text titles.
Well, it's worked for us. It's worked for us thus far, so let's just do it. But yes, please try to make up some titles.
See, blank wall has hit already. Okay, trying to think. You said one first. I love how all yours are just sentences. What about terracotta? Come on. Okay.
Well, what? I have no idea. So what do you think?
I don't know. It takes place in Mexico.
Well, yeah, so that's what I meant by trying to keep it within our means.
It'd be a lot cheaper to film in Mexico, but we'd have to get there.
How about I think we're ghosts?
Okay, great.
Okay. So, who are our main characters? What's the age and gender breakdown?
Maybe it should be a young couple.
Young adults.
Young adult couples.
Oh yeah, a young couple is actually really good.
Oh. And they are on the way to the airport because they're going to Mexico.
Why Mexico?
I don't know, because we were just talking about it.
It's
a detail.
Let's try to avoid the car for now.
Okay.
Let's try to keep.
You're afraid of filming in cars?
No, I want. Let's just try to keep it.
I'm asking a question. I'm wondering where you're
What
at.
the fuck would that mean? It's just
Because
a
you
bunch
wouldn't
of.
want to. You wouldn't want to get in the car with people because of the virus.
No, I think we're assuming that we're going to take reasonable precautions, and there will be a certain amount of risk, but everyone's vaccinated. Like, we'll do our thing. But what I'm saying is, like, we got to, like, set up a whole rig to do that. Like, why don't we, and at least in this first brainstorming session, just try to keep it in the woods.
Okay.
Okay, so maybe they're campers on a hike.
I have a tent.
You have a tent, great. So it's a guy and a girl. They're, let's say, anywhere from 25 to 40. You know what? Let's say they're 30.
It's a great compromise.
Yeah, because if we get actors who are 25, they could play 30. If we get actors who are 40, they could play 30.
Great.
Because who the fuck knows what a 30-year-old looks like?
Yeah, it's kind of like a Tuesday. It's just there.
That's a title too. It's kind of like a Tuesday. Ooh. I fucking love that.
Ooh.
Fuck this. Fuck this story. It's kind of like a Tuesday. Okay. So we start with okay. So our character, our initial main character is a young man named Dylan, and he's a little strange. He's a little anachronistic young man. He's okay. Help me out here.
Well, he's 30.
He's 30. Or he's whatever age ends up working for the story. But yeah. Okay. So he lives alone. And it's kind of like a Tuesday. Oh, okay. So maybe he is unmoored from everything. He doesn't have a job. He doesn't have internet access, and he doesn't know anyone. So, like, he doesn't know what day of the week it is. Like, he's, like, really winging it. And, like, but he always has this monologue to himself. And he's like, I woke up at 7 a.m. Feels kind of like a Tuesday.
Which means nothing to me.
I think that part's implied. So he wakes up. He goes outside. What do we see? And I feel like there's nobody there. Because I feel like we're gonna have to use my apartment, right?
Yeah.
So he goes out, walks out into the apartment complex, like the courtyard. There's no one there. It's empty. It's quiet. He looks in the sky. Empty sky.
And he just goes, "Fuck you."
You think so?
Maybe.
Maybe. We don't quite know what his deal is yet. He goes down. He goes by the lake, and he just sits there for a while. Maybe
is he an angry young man?
What do you think? I don't know. It's kind of like a Tuesday.
I see him going outside and looking up.
I kind of think of him as almost like almost like a romantic. Not in the
Really?
not in the
Because I get the sense that he walked outside and like looked up, was like, "Ugh, the sun," and then like he heard birds chirp. He's like, "Ugh." But then again, why would he be outside? Why would he torture himself like that?
Yeah. No, I think he is. God, it's so much. You know what? It's so much harder when we're really trying to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. We're trying to like fill in the mold here.
Yeah. I think. Okay.
What was the original title?
I think we're ghosts.
Yeah.
I don't really like
Maybe-
that title.
Yeah.
Do you? I don't
But
really like it.
No, not particularly, but the concept maybe.
How about the kids that died?
Okay. But then we have to hire kids.
We're not going to hire kids. We're going to get adults to play kids. Yo, fuck that. I mean, like, I have no problem with hiring, like, 40-year-olds to play kids.
Okay.
Maybe that'll even be a part of it.
That might even be a part of it.
Yeah. I assume we'll probably find people in their mid-20s to mid-30s, and maybe they'll, like, fucking older people always play younger people on television, so who cares?
Mm-hmm.
So the kids that died. So maybe this is a okay. So all right. Set us up. You know what, Jerry? I'll get us rolling the way that the way that I know gets you rolling is by setting it up with things that you like. So it's the late 90s.
Which is going to be hard to express or show.
No, it's totally easy to show. We just
Get a Walkman?
yeah, we just get somewhat dated clothes, which I think would be pretty easy to find. A Walkman. It's more about just not showing like newer inventions or newer no one can wear like those joggers that. I think someone just knocked on my door.
No, it was me.
Oh, okay. No one could wear like those joggers or something. But I don't know. I just got thrown off. This is so frustrating. This is frustrating, right?
It is frustrating. But
all right.
Funny. It's entertaining for me.
Is
at least.
it? I can't imagine.
That's a good one.
Ooh, it's about a guy.
He's talking to his friend, and his girlfriend knocks on the door, and he's like, "Fuck."
All right. So, how about a movie called The Skull That Fell in Love? Oh, you got something.
Yeah, well, I just remembered a weird story that's from a news article like 20 years ago.
All right, tell me about
these
it.
two guys. They wanted to be grave robbers, so they dug up a grave of a young kid who died in the 1800s.
They turned it into a bong, right?
Yeah. Come on, let's do something with that.
Okay, all right. Oh God, I wonder if anyone's ever made a movie about that.
I know, right? Who cares?
Okay.
Fuck it. We're gonna.
All right, so we open up. It's two guys. They're at a cemetery. Now this is hard because we can't actually.
No, because when I was growing up, we would always go into the woods behind my house because there were old, ancient cemeteries back there that everyone forgot about. Because it was just farmer plots. They would bury their family there, and these tombstones were just handmade tombstones, and they were just in the middle of the woods.
Could we still get to those?
I mean, no. I was just thinking,
your family doesn't live there anymore?
No, it was just in Washingtonville back in the 90s. The good old days.
So how would we?
We would just make them.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Spray paint some shitty pieces of wood and make it look like stone.
Yeah. Okay. So we do that. So all right. So we open up in the woods. What is it? It's probably two guys, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're not guys you want to take home to your parents. They look
untrustworthy. Pieces of shit.
Yeah, they're trash.
Yeah, how do we convey that? They're on drugs.
We'll dress them like drug addicts, however that looks, and we'll just have them talking in cursive.
And not to say people with drug addicts or drug addicts are pieces of shit. Just saying these are pieces of shit, and we need to also account for their kind of how harebrained their schemes are.
Would that be great if we got canceled by the drug addicts group?
Well, people are suffering.
That's another good title. Oh my God, Baby Bong.
Ooh.
Is that the name of the movie?
I do like that. Oh my God. Oh my God. And it comes alive.
That's what I'm saying.
And they have to take care of it.
Okay. I wasn't going there, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So
but now
it's these two assholes.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, we have to do it to get someone with a baby. I don't know.
No, it's a skull. It's a skull that we make. It's a baby skull that we make into a bong. That we'll fabricate that.
Yeah.
And once they smoke it, it comes to life, and it just starts going wah wah, And they're like, oh, man, I think this baby's alive.
Well, first they're like, oh, my God, I'm tripping balls, man.
Yeah.
And they're like, and then they realize, like, oh, my God, it's really here.
Yeah. And, like, one's like, okay, fuck it. We gotta bury it. And the other one goes, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? That's a baby. It's like, it's a fucking baby skull.
Yeah, we gotta buy formula and shit. You know how much that shit is?
And the other one, the guy, like, the other one is watching his friend bury it, and we're looking at it, and the cries are getting more and more distressed, and he's like, no, and he pushes his friend out of the way and digs it out. He's like, dude, it doesn't want to be buried. And he's like, well, what the fuck do you want to do with it? He's like, I don't know.
Maybe they're like, maybe they have a friend that's a girl, and they're like, oh, call Julie.
Yeah. So then we cut back to their apartment, and
Julie's just like stoned on the couch.
Oh, is she? Or are they gonna call her?
Oh, I thought we were cutting. Okay, yeah. So the cutback wasn't the call to her; it was like them bringing it home.
Yeah. It's them bringing it home. The one who like decided to care for it is like kind of holding it and like petting it and like the other guy's like,
should there be a breastfeeding scene? And they're like, what the fuck are you doing? I don't know.
Not yet. Not yet. But he does. He's like freaking out, and the other guy is like, dude, this thing is like demonic or something. We need to fucking bring it back and bury it where it belongs. And he's like, shut up. It doesn't. It's a baby. It doesn't belong in the ground. And he's like, what the? He's like, I don't know. Get some milk. And he's like, he goes and gets a milk carton out of the fridge, and they just like pour it on it.
Yeah, and it just goes everywhere on the floor.
Yeah, he's like, and they're like, call Julie, and they call Julie, and she's like, what's up? Now I think that the relationship is this. I don't think she's like a stoner too. I think they've known each other a long time. They're pieces of shit, though. One is more of a piece of shit than the other. I think the one who wants to take care of the baby skull is less of a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like kind of one's a dirtbag, one's a scumbag.
Ooh.
Like, but she's actually like really normal and just kind of like.
Yeah, she moved on. They used to get high in high school. And
that's the thing. It's like she didn't move on. She's still hanging out with them. They're losers, but like. She should be on the bigger and better things, but she kind of just like drives them around, like, because they both have DUIs.
It's kind of like when Michelle hangs out with us.
Well, Michelle's my girlfriend, and I'm also like, I don't really drink, and like I'm pretty.
All right, you're not a
straight-laced guy.
All right.
It's kind of like when I hang out with you. Just kidding. You're a sweetheart. Anyway, so she's like, "What are you talking about?" They're like, "We stole a baby skull," and like she's like, "You stole a fucking skull? You grave robbed?" And he's like, "That's
no.
Not
Well, he
the
should
point."
say, "Well, we stole a baby," and then immediately before he can like correct himself, she's like, "You stole a baby?" He's like, "No, we dug up a baby." She's like, what? No.
It just keeps getting worse. It's like, no, we took a baby's skull.
And when he finally explains what it is, it's even worse than what the other one she thought it was.
Yeah. And this is like the scumbag that's on the phone, because the dirtbag is well, we should name all these people. Yeah, she's true. Julie. The one who's interested in taking care of the baby is Freddie, and the one who's like more of a piece of shit is
Sam.
Great. So this is Sam on the phone, and he's like, "No, you don't understand. It's alive." Like he's kind of like a little blasé about it because he's been awake for 48 hours, drinking. Doing drugs that are technically legal somehow, but like really fuck you up. He's like one of those guys.
Yeah, like a robo tripper.
Yeah, stuff like that. And She's like, it's alive. And she's like, it's not alive. You guys are on drugs. And he goes, we are on drugs and it's alive. and she's like, what do you want? And she's like, I don't know. Like, you're a girl. And she's like, what the fuck does that mean?
And at one point he's like, I don't know. We might need your milk.
And she's like, fuck you. Yeah. And he's like, well, and then she's like, he just goes, do you want to hang out?
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, I guess. And she comes over, and there's a fucking baby skull, and she goes, what is this? Did you guys make this? She like thinks it's like a prop they made or something.
She definitely does not believe it right away.
And then she notices Freddy is actually freaked out, and she goes, wait, is it? And then she realizes she's seeing a crying baby skull. It's not even crying at this point. Now I guess it has to continue to be crying.
Well, or it could be like, she can come in the apartment and immediately they're like, shh. She's like, what?
Yes.
No, shh.
Yes.
We just put him down.
Yes.
Now they're kind of like slowly going into parent mode.
Yeah, and then when she's yelling at them, it's like, I'm so fucking sick of your pranks and this bullshit. Then it wakes up, and she's like, what the fuck is that? And then Freddy goes, it's a baby skull.
And then she's like, you guys were serious? What you told me on the phone? And they're like, yes.
I think she should be a little incredulous for a while, but then she sees that, like, Freddy is freaked out.
Yeah.
Like, he's maybe at, like, the verge of tears, and she's like...
Well, yeah, because now I think Freddy should be in the corner, like, not nursing, but, like, trying to calm the baby down in his arms.
Yeah.
And he's kind of like, he's got his one finger, like, like, touching the side of its face, and he's got this look of, like, a scared mother on his face.
Okay.
And that's when she's, like, realized, like, what the fuck is going on here?
So this is our first act. Yeah. We got to move on to the second act. Now we have to introduce what's going on. Why did this baby skull occur? And then maybe they smoked weed out of it, so that has to be the catalyst. Why did the weed awaken the baby skull?
Well, I think it can go two ways. It could be some kind of like curse that was already in the plot of land, some like Indian burial shit. Mm-hmm. Or it could be the weed itself.
Very, very respectful. Indian burial shit. You want to try that one again?
All right, a Native American burial ground.
Okay.
Curse.
Let's not do a Native American curse.
Yeah. But so then the other one I was thinking at least would be that the weed was actually, I don't know, like it would be fun. Would it be funny if they called the drug dealer and he's like, "Oh no, don't tell me you smoked it out of a baby skull."
I love that.
No, I don't know. It might be too slapstick.
Dude, no, I really like that. And then he's just like, you can't do that with this stuff. And they're like, what are you talking about? He's like, you just can't. And he hangs up.
And like I think if we can, we should hire some like gangster looking Puerto Rican guy to be on the other line, and he's just surrounded by like two beautiful women. They're just like petting his chest, and he's got gold chains on. You
keep trying to put stuff in here I have to edit out. So just for clarity's sake, you are a Puerto Rican guy.
I am Puerto Rican. My last name is.
Let me take a sip of water.
But would that be a cool visual, right?
Well, I feel like I almost imagine like Kramer from like Seinfeld. Like that is the character.
Oh yeah, like the mad scientist weed grower guy.
Yeah, he's just like a good-hearted grifter, like a good-hearted. He's like a he's like a he's like a piece
or he
of
could
shit.
be like, he's like, wait a minute, did I sell you batch 32? And they're like, I don't know. He's like, oh, it must have been batch 32. They're like, what do you mean? He's like, well, I used dirt from Native American burial ground.
I think maybe he just goes, whatever you do, don't smoke it out of a skull. And they go, wait, we did. And he's like, he hangs up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll work on that, but I like where that's going.
Okay. All right.
I think the Kramer scientist guy is a good way.
Yeah. So they're like, oh shit, this is for real. Like how do we? No, they go. How do we reverse this curse? And they're like,
yeah. Well, yeah.
They're like, why would we reverse? Freddy's like, why would we? This kid has a second chance at life, and they're like, he's a skull, and he's like, well, he's a skull now, but I think I have to imagine there's other bones back there.
Yeah.
So they go back.
They should say that, but I think it'd be funny to add a line where like they're like, Freddy's like walking back and forth, pacing, like brainstorming what to do. He's like, I know, we'll just crush the skull. And then,
wait, no, Sam says that.
Yeah, Sam says that, and Freddy's holding. He goes, "How dare you talk about baby Clarence like that?" And he's like, "Baby Clarence?" You know,
I imagine
Sam.
there was probably a name on the tombstone.
Oh, well, no, that's how old it is. You know, they're faded.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then there's
Okay.
like, okay, X that plan. Let's just go back to the plot or the gravesite and see if we missed something.
Well, no, they're going back. No. I think Freddy is demanding they go get the rest of its skeleton so that it can have a full body, a full skeleton. Yeah. So they go back, and they go back. They go and like redig it up, and then maybe a cop shows up.
Okay, well we'd have to do that.
Well,
also I'm thinking where the hell
how
we're
much
gonna...
does a cop uniform cost?
True, but I'm also thinking where are we gonna dig this hole?
The woods.
What? Just like in the woods?
Yeah. Listen, if that's one setting, we have to just assume.
Well, I was thinking we're
gonna make it look like a hole because we're not actually gonna dig 6 feet deep. What we're gonna do is we're gonna just put dirt around so it looks like there's a big hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a question there's just the woods if we want to go. And then
if worse comes to worse, we can just do it in my parents' backyard.
Yeah, that's great. Or does your uncle doesn't have all that property anymore, right?
No.
That sucks. That would have been great.
Yeah. There are probably baby bones in that property.
Well, that would cut out the prop budget.
Yeah, so great. Excellent. So a cop shows up?
A cop shows up. He goes, "What's all this here?" He's Irish. And he goes, "Grave robbers." And there's a chase scene.
Is he? Yeah, he's spinning a baton.
Yeah, a shillelagh.
Yeah.
And
well, it's a beating stick.
That's a shillelagh.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah. And
what we got here? Hush.
Yeah, and they finally he corners them, and he goes, all right, boyos, hand over the bones." and then he turns around, and it's the baby. He goes, "Oh, it's a wee little lad." It's a skeleton baby, and he goes, they go, it's bones. What do you mean? So he's like, "Oh, they come in all sizes."
Oh, hogwash. It's a cutie.
He goes, "Back home we see this thing all the time." He goes, "Back home." He goes, "Milwaukee."
Wait, should he be a ghost?
What? Go with that. I don't know.
Well, because this is just kind of like they're like completely baffled why this is why this guy is not freaking out, and why he's acting like a cop on the beat in like old London,
No, he's just a stereotypical Irish cop.
Oh yeah, Irish, not English.
And
they sound the same to me.
I figured that maybe he has a wife at home who can't have a baby, so they adopt the skeleton. But I don't know. All right, you take it somewhere.
I mean, I don't know. Now we're introducing more people. Maybe they don't see a cop.
Maybe where else can we go? Because we should be in the third act now. They are
clearly they should pay for their crime at this last act.
Well,
something should happen to them.
Should they? Because Freddy's been changed by this. Now he's a nurturer. We do need to do some stuff with these characters. So Freddy's been changed.
Julie's not there, is she?
Julie is there. We should see Sam get worse. He gets more evil. And then so Sam gets more evil, Freddy gets more good, and Julie what happened? And Julie should her character progression she becomes more independent. She realizes that this is not, she doesn't really need to be involved in all this anymore. Listen, it's a short story. No, but I'm saying that's the point. That's where we set it up in the beginning. Is Freddy and Sam are both pieces of shit. Freddy's a little bit less of a piece of shit, and Julie has not been able to kind of move on from her high school friendship with them. Mm-hmm. But so where we should have them progressing is Freddy becomes more invested in this kid's well-being, and that should be the main arc. Sam should actually turn into an antagonist, and Julie should just be kind of along for the ride, but learning a lesson about this is bullshit. She doesn't want to deal with baby skeletons and shit. She just kind of wants a normal life.
She's like, this is why I don't have a boyfriend or a husband.
Yes.
I'm not dealing with babies. And she just leaves? Maybe she should
No,
just leave.
wait, no. The reason she doesn't have a boyfriend or a husband is because she hangs out with these two dildos all the time. And
and two dildos are enough for her.
And that's not how I meant it.
I don't know. I'm hanging out with two dildos and I'm ruining my life.
But
yeah, she should have an awakening.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But so that's what's kind of happening. In that second act, we have Freddy. Freddy is more and more like, let's just fucking smash it. No, the Sam is saying that. Freddy is saying no, we need to make it whole. And Julie is just complaining. She's like, what? How the fuck? She's like, yeah, let's bring it back. She is thinking we don't need things like this to happen. She wants life to be quiet and normal. It's let's just bring it back. So let's just bring it back and rebury it. So that's the three positions in the second act. Is Sam wants to smash it, Freddy wants to reconstitute it, and Julie wants to put it back and move on.
Mm-hmm. Forget it even happened.
Yes. Okay.
And then maybe someone should be have you tried smoking tobacco out of it?
Why would that work?
I don't know, because it's not weed.
I don't even I don't even know why someone would suggest that.
Okay. All right. Yes. I just really see in my mind the credits rolling, and it's just vacation pictures of Sam and the baby skeleton.
Oh yeah, no,
having a great time, and and that is the real final conclusion, is that we see that he's actually raising the child.
Okay, so all right, this is what happens: is there's a conflict in that second act where why does Sam want to smash it so bad? Oh, because he just
wants to get back to his life of getting high. And
and at one point he grabs it to smash it, and Freddy tackles him, and they fight.
Yeah, there should be a struggle at some point.
Yeah, and then he pulls it back, and then
yeah. Well, I was gonna say there's a struggle, and the baby skull falls,
Oh no.
well, either it breaks or
Oh,
it
no.
rolls and connects to the body.
No, this is in the second act. They haven't gone. They haven't gone to the back to the thing. Maybe that is when that happens. Yes. Okay. All right. That's where we are. It connects to the body.
Well, yeah. So we see it roll back into the grave hole.
Yeah.
And then they both look at it.
No, it can't be in the grave hole because then we have to make that grave hole.
Well, wait. It's the hole that they dug it up from.
Yeah, but we don't want to actually show the cavity.
No. I was thinking in my mind. I saw it was because they're on the ground, and then we have a low angle from their perspective of just like the skull rolling into like a divot, you know.
Okay.
And then a burst of light comes out, and that's what catches their attention. And then they stop, and they both, we get a shot of both their heads like looking over because they're on top of each other, and then we see little hands come out.
Little skeleton hands?
Yeah.
How do we do that? Marionette?
Yeah. Well, yeah,
Okay.
we'll just be off camera and, angle it, right?
Yeah, that's very cute.
Right? And then, and this could be good practice for Baby Bones.
Yeah, well, Baby Bones is a feature.
Mm.
And also, I hate the name Baby Bones, but I do like that story.
It's so catchy, that name.
What is this one called? Baby Bong?
Yeah, dude, we can make a whole baby fucking genre. Like, if we make a 3 films about baby skeletons, like, we'll be famous overnight. You kidding me?
God, I'm trying to figure out, like, what the episode art for this one's gonna be.
Yeah, I know. I mean, this is just the first draft, and we're gonna work on it, but it's great so far.
Yeah, I feel really good about this, and
it's actually doable if we keep it simple. Stupid.
Yeah. So, okay. At this point, wait. So they're struggling. What at this point? What's Julie? Oh yeah, Julie walks away, but when the light comes, she turns around, and then she comes back.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
she runs, so we don't have to have this actress hanging around anymore. We can just work with 2 actors.
No, I think this is a story about 3 friends, and
Or she can run and go to the crazy Kramer guy's house and tell him, and he's like, "Dear God," and then all of a sudden that scene ends, and then we go back to the skeleton, them in the grounds, and then he shows up.
I think let's just keep this really simple.
Okay, that's just
Okay.
Because I was seeing in mind that Kramer, like, they finally like accept the baby skeleton, and Sam is like, you know what, it is really cute, and then all of a sudden it just blows up because the Kramer guy shot it with a shotgun. He's like, I killed it for you. And they're like, no. He's like, no.
He's like, what are you? It's a fucking ghoul.
Julie told me everything. I'm sorry I sold you the wrong batch of weed.
What do you think? It's a monster.
Yeah, you fucking
What's
sick
wrong with you
fucks.
guys? And then Fred's crying for a second. He's like, yeah, you guys want to smoke? And they're all like, yeah, sure. They all just walk out.
Yeah, great. I think that's great.
It's fine.
It's still like a first draft,
Yeah. We could shoot that. We can absolutely shoot that. I'm fucking so happy. There's almost nothing there's nothing we can't do except blowing it up. We'll use an M80, I guess.
Yeah. We'll go to Pennsylvania and get a fucking M80.
No, that shit's legal in New York now.
Is it? Great, even better.
Everything we've just talked about is weed's legal in New York.
And my brother
fireworks,
my brother's a shotgun.
Grave robbing.
Desecrating graves.
Yeah, that's all Empire State, baby.
Great.
Okay, all right. Let's try to do like 1 or 2 more.
All right. That took a lot of brain juice for me, but if you get started.
How about brain juice?
Oh, love it.
All right. Get us started.
I have to pee. Hold on.
Okay. That's the name of the movie.
No, that's a sequel when we go down to Miami.
Wait, so why? Oh, interesting. Okay, so why can't they just escape the diner?
Well, they can. I mean, if you're sitting in the back of a diner and somebody's like standing in front of you starting to shoot you, can you just get up and run out? No, you're gonna have to get up and run out if you can get there.
Yeah, but see, that's the problem. Is you're writing a short film, and we're making a major motion picture here.
Oh, okay. So we need another part. We need another arc.
Well, this is the beginning of. This is like 20 minutes of the movie.
Oh, I was. All right.
Okay. All right. Next, brain juice. Maybe brain Jews.
Okay, now who's got to be edited?
I'm a Jew.
These little Jewish men that inhabit your brain.
They're like, don't do that. It could you get hurt. It's
like, wow.
chilly out there.
Joey's been complaining a lot lately. What's with him?
For the record, I'm Jewish. You're not.
Sorry. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, brain juice. What do we got? What do we got?
I see. Okay. I mean, I'm just gonna say what I see, even though I don't know if we could do it, but I see a doctor's office, and the doctor is talking to a guy, and he's showing him his brain scan, which I have my brain scans.
Oh, why'd you get a brain scan?
My friend Nick's mom works at the hospital, and they got a new MRI machine, and she's like, "Oh, we need to test it on someone." I was like,
"Oh, cool."
And she's like, "We'll give you brain scans if you do it." I was like, "Hell yeah!"
Awesome,
dude. And the guy who did it was he looked like a 1972 porn star. Like he had a huge mustache.
Dude, he had a huge dick hanging out.
Yeah, he had smoke out glasses and this fucking like bouffant like air blow like brushed out like hair mullet. It was insane. Yeah. I was like, this guy is the best.
I love.
And he had a pack of cigarettes hanging out of his fucking pocket in his doctor coat.
Okay, so we're at the doctor's office. All right, quick question: how would we do a doctor's office?
You can rent. Well, I don't know. It's like different with COVID now, but I know you can rent like a practice room at I think you know where they in Middletown they turned into like a training center.
No.
The hospital.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
We'll just have to ask
It probably is different with COVID. You know, we can shoot it in such a way that we just have a white wall. I have no fucking idea.
Let's just go. Let's take somewhere else.
Okay. So the doctor is out in the field with his patient. Like, could we do that? Fuck it.
I mean, why not? But
yeah. Let's do that. Let's start that. Let's start there.
Okay.
All right. The doctor's out in the field. He's showing him his MRI. Now, what's going on here?
That's the Monty Python already did that.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's like a whole office and like everything in the office is they're just outside. You know, it's like a normal skit that takes place in an office, but they're in the woods. It's really funny.
Okay, well, just don't worry about it.
Okay.
All right. Brain juice. Tell me what's happening.
Well, that's the problem. I don't know.
Okay.
Well, you mean should a doctor be like, you have a lack of brain juice?
Oh.
And
okay.
we have experimental treatment where we can inject you with brain juice. About how they're so excited to eat the pancakes.
Okay, let's do a different one. Because I don't think brain juice is taking us anywhere, right?
I mean, we didn't try. I was just fucking around.
Okay, you want to keep going. So wait.
You give me something.
Oh, yeah, you want me to give you something? How about The devil's left testicle.
Come on.
What?
All right. It sounds like a very short one scene thing, but go for it.
Maybe it's an old artifact. That okay, all right. So, oh God, do we know anyone who owns like a curio shop or something?
I know, that's what I saw in my mind too.
Yeah, like.
And then they find it on the back shelf, and the guy's like, "Oh, I don't know if I could sell that. Do you even know what that is?"
Do we know anyone who owns any type of like store?
No.
Even if it's like a convenience store or anything.
No, but I did just randomly ask the people at New Street if I could just film there, and they're like, "Yeah, of course." They acted like it was crazy that I haven't asked them before.
Yeah.
So
we probably can't do New Street.
No. I'm just saying that like if we were to just ask somebody like, could we film the scene here? I'm sure somebody would be like, yeah.
Okay. All right. So it's like
so let's just
it's like like a witchy shop, Mm-hmm. And some.
It's named Kashmir Bizarro.
I like that. The last one we did 2 guys and a girl. This one we'll do 2 girls and a guy.
Okay.
What's wrong?
Yeah. I was like, that's just the same thing but backwards.
That's impossible.
Okay. I got it. 2 girls and a guy. I got it.
And maybe the girls kind of drag the guy there because it's it's like that's more girls tend to be more into that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh, God, what the fuck is this bullshit? Like he's like, and they're like, shut up. It's just like fucking, it's fun. And he's like, okay, all right. And then so he's looking around. And the lady behind the counter is like, this isn't really for you, right? He's like, listen, I'm sorry you heard me, my outburst back there. He's like, no, to be completely honest, this is bullshit. But if you're interested, I could show you the real thing. And he goes, what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? I say over and over because I don't know what's going to happen next. And she goes, come on, come in the back. And she's an attractive lady. So he's like, all right. And like, so he follows her in the back. Well, and the 2 girls he's with are like kind of just like, they're looking at stuff and they notice he's going in the back. They're like, what the fuck is he doing? Like, but then they just kind of get back to, they're checking out like their crystals and shit. Let's name all these characters real quick. The 2 girls' names. What are their names?
Claire. I'm the worst with names.
Claire.
And
Dana.
Dana. We did a Dana, but I love it.
And his name is
Cecil.
Yeah?
I mean, it's the most exotic name I know.
I love it. And okay, all right. So they go to the back, and he's like, "So what do you what's this all about?" And she's being a little flirty. So that's got him on board. All right, Jerry, take it from here. Help me get to wherever the fuck I'm going.
Well, she's like, I can show you something that will change your mind about trinkets.
I love that. Wait. The whole time in the beginning, he just keeps going, I hate trinkets.
He's like, if you wanted to buy trinkets, we could just went to my grandmother's house.
Trinkets, tchotchkes, baubles, I hate them all.
Yeah.
And and he goes, all right, well, show me the goods. Because he thinks he's about to see some boobs. And
he actually, because we'll show him look down.
And then she turns around and we see that she unbuttons her shirt, but actually she's pulling out her necklace. She buttons back up, and around her neck there's a leather strap with a little dried walnut looking thing.
Yeah, it looks like a date.
Yeah, with hair on it. And he goes, what he goes, what the fuck is that? And she goes, this is from the loins of the morning star. And he goes, come again? And she goes, it is Lucifer's fruit. And he goes, I don't follow. She goes, it's the devil's left testicle.
Excellent.
And he's like, get out of here. And she's like, no, really. And he's like, so what do you want? And she's like, I don't know. do you want it? And he's like, no. What, are you selling it to me? And she's like, sure. And he's like, no, I don't want the devil's left testicle. And she's like, it'll only cost your soul. And he goes, no, I don't want it for anything, especially my soul. And she goes, all right. And he goes, all right. And then Dana and what was the other girl's name?
Claire.
And Claire just go, Cecil, are you done? And he's like, yeah, I'm done. And she's like, see you later. And he just walks out. And that's the end.
Okay.
How's that?
Yes. Or we can add a scene where he touches it and he has like a flash of some vision, which we can, would give us.
Yeah, he sees himself he sees himself wearing a crown and like a capes thing, and there's sexy lady hands like grabbing at his face.
Yeah.
And
feeding him fruit.
Yeah. And then he goes, and she goes, it showed you, didn't it? And he goes, I want that ball.
Yeah. He goes, yeah, I'll take it. and then we cut to quickly like a cash register going ching ching. And then
she just puts in a slip of paper that says Cecil's soul.
Yeah.
And then we cut to them, and they're walking down the village street, and they're talking about like the crystals they got and stuff, and they're like, yeah, what, Cecil, what the hell? What happened with you back there? And he's like, oh, I bought this necklace, and he pulls it out, and it's a ball, and maybe Claire pukes.
Yeah, but would they even believe him?
Well, it looks disgusting, and it smells like one too.
Okay.
No?
Yeah. I mean...
no. Maybe Claire has some magical powers, and she goes, that stuff has bad vibes. And he goes, what are you talking about? It made me see myself as king of the world. And she goes... what did she tell you it was? She said, I don't know. She said it was Satan's ball. And
he goes, left testicle to be exact.
Yeah. And they go, that is no good. You should not have bought that. Go return it. And he's like, I'm not going to return it. I don't even know if I can. I sold my soul. And they're like, you sold your soul? And he's like, yeah. Is that bad? And they kind of march back in there to like get him to return it. And when they go back in, it's a totally different store. Like now, like they walk in and and then they walk out and it's a different store. They like the actual store they were in disappeared.
Okay.
Take us there, Jerry.
Well, now we have to film in another store.
No, that's easy, though, because we're just getting one shot.
Okay.
That can be any store.
Well, now all of them are dumbfounded, no?
Yeah. Well, they're dumbfounded, but Cecil is, excited to have this ball that's going to make him powerful. Now, what kind of powers does it give him, though? How is it going to make him powerful?
It just seems like it makes him sexual, more attractive to hands.
I don't know.
Well, he thinks
about
it's like an aphrodisiac. If he wears it, he's going to get laid.
Well, it made him think he was king of the world.
Which
I don't think it should just be
getting
sexual.
laid all the time.
Well, I think maybe I don't think it should just make him more attractive. What else should it do?
I just I don't know. I feel lost in this one.
Okay, should we cut the ball loose?
Well, we'll put it on the back.
Oh, you know what?
Might...
No, we'll just do it the initial way, where
it just ends.
Where he's just like, no, I'm not going to do that. And
yeah,
it's just like,
and then,
we'll just
and then they leave.
It'll just be like a 2-minute sketch.
Yeah, and they leave, and then now we're left with the cashier, the owner, and she's like, oh, she's petting the ball. She's like, one day. I mean, this is so stupid.
No, I think she should just go back to the register and help somebody else out. Just ring someone out, and then I actually think that works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she says the same thing to the next guy. Do you want something that will make you really love trinkets? And then it ends.
Yeah. Okay, let's try one more. This is great, by the way. We're burning the brain night oil.
Brain oil.
Do you feel like you got something you can do with that?
No. Just talking.
Okay. Okay, we're just talking here. Don't get excited.
Let's see what you wrote before. What about Armadillo Madness? We would have to rent an armadillo.
Okay, what about a guy who gets bit by an armadillo and then it makes him start acting like one?
Yeah, and actually it'd be really funny if we just like crudely splice in stock footage of an armadillo.
Yeah. I gotta tell you, I feel like I'm gonna get stuck on this one. So if you're able to fly us through, I'm with you. But I don't know that I'm gonna be able to be the motor on this one.
No, least. let's both be on the same page.
Okay. All right. Okay. So let's come up with another title. All right. What else did I say? What else did we say?
Ghost on Retreat. We Can't Love Enough Not to Die, which is a confusing title.
Bring your face a little bit back to the mic.
The blank wall has hit. Blank walls.
Blank walls. Well, we'd have to find some blank walls.
Yeah, that's hard.
I have some of those actually. How about oh God. You know what? There was an idea I had for a movie, and we did not record this. And I remember it to some extent, and I'd like to riff it out and see if there's something that we could do with it.
Shoot.
Okay. So 2 guys are walking in the woods. What are their names?
Ugh. Andrew
And
Sal.
Andrew and Sal. So they're talking, they're just talking about just mundane bullshit. And then Sal goes, wait, hold on. I got to take a piss on this. I got to take a piss. And so he goes against the tree. And he goes, his back is turned to the camera. And it's obvious that he's masturbating. He's not taking a piss. And Andrew calls him out. He's like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, I'm peeing. He's like, you're jerking off. He's like, no, I'm just nervous. It takes me a while. And then he comes on the tree, like, obviously. And Andrew's like, that's jizz. And he's like, no, that's just what my piss looks like. And he's like, dude, what the fuck? That was weird as hell. You just stopped to jack off on a tree, and he's like, listen,
don't you take showers?
You're the one being weird about it. Let's keep walking. And they walk, and then we do a zoom in on the jizz on the tree. We kind of do like in the beginning of Blue Velvet, where you like zoom into the ground, but it's with the jizz. Yes.
Oh, and we
now
can use
now you're too close to the mic, I think.
Really? I'm exactly the same.
Oh, you were just way louder for a second.
And then we can use baking soda and vinegar to make it bubble.
Yeah. Hold on one second. I actually think I have some notes on this idea. Because
wow, I have a lot of notes on the masturbation scene.
No, I just thought that was such a funny thing. A funny idea for a guy to pretend he was stopping to pee on a tree and then to jerk off on it. Like, while
yeah, I remember the story. And then it comes to life and it finds him in his house.
I'm going to search
it's kind of
in my notes.
Whoa, I've got a lot of folders.
Jizz gravy came up. I don't know what that means. Cum. Let me look up cum. Nothing.
Cum tree.
Jizz tree. Oh, wait, no, that's a dream I had.
Oh, that's on my calendar.
Jack. What the hell is this? Jack off.
Jack.
Oh, okay. Well, this is all I wrote. Stop to pee, but jack off on tree. So no, that's
all you have.
Yeah. But okay. So that's the bit that opens it up. But I'm thinking the jizz, mixes with the earth, and then we have a full-grown man baby come out of the earth.
Yes, and like while this is all the bubbling jizz and the earth moving, and then the man emerging, like it's all just like laid over hardcore death metal music.
Yeah. And then Sal is the night pass, we pass from day to night, then we wake up with Sal in his house and he's making breakfast, and then we see from outside his window a dripping naked man, I guess, and who just looks at him and goes, "Dad."
Yeah. He's kind of like gesticulating. Is that the word? When he's like moving his limbs and like being like really like classic.
Gesticulating is when you talk with your hands.
Yeah. He's moving his hands around and he's just like making weird body movements. And then we zoom in on his face and he goes, "Dad." Yeah, and then we cut back to the guy. Who's his name?
Sal.
Sal's like, "Whoa, what the?"
And then he just like very calmly picks up the phone and he calls the cops. He goes, "I got a freak on my lawn," and then he turned around, and then when he turns back around to look, the guy is gone, and he's like, "What the hell?" And then he turns back around, and the guy's right in front of him, and goes, "Dad!" Yeah, like right in his face.
And he drops the phone.
Yeah, and they go, "Sir, where what is your location?"
Sir, 911. Sir, what's your emergency, sir?
And he goes, What the fuck do you want? He goes, I don't know. What does he want? What does he say?
He goes, "You're my daddy."
He goes, "Not a chance. You're a full-grown man." And he goes, "You made me with the earth."
"I came from the earth and your body."
And he's like, oh man. No, I'm not your dad." He goes, "You're not." He goes, No, the other guy was your dad. You think I jerk off on trees? I'm not a freak." And he goes, "Oh,
but wasn't it him?"
Guy. Yes. He's trying to get out of it.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I'll call him up." He goes, "Call my daddy."
"You call daddy?"
Yeah. And then he calls up Andrew. He goes, "Andrew, great news. Marissa's here. She wants to get back with you. And he goes, oh my God, the kids will be so happy. I'll be right there. So he drives over and he comes in and he sees this naked man standing with his piece of shit friend. And he goes, Daddy. And he goes, what the fuck is this? And he goes, apparently you jerked off on the tree and this is your son. He's like, no, I didn't jerk off on the tree. I saw you jerk off on the tree. And Sal goes, I was taking a piss.
I didn't know what you were doing when I was peeing on a tree. You can do anything behind my back. I didn't was watching you.
You were probably jerking off and then blaming me to make you less suspicious.
Yes, that's what happened, actually, now that I think about it. That's probably
what happened. This is your dad. And he goes, what the fuck is going on? Who is this guy? And he goes, I am of the earth, but also of man. and then Andrew says, I'm gathering that this is because you jacked off on that tree. And then Sal goes, yeah, probably. And then the man looks at Sal and goes, Daddy. And Sal goes, I guess. Take it from there.
Oh. And then it ends, and the credits roll, and it shows the vacation pictures.
Then maybe Marissa, his ex-wife, comes over and goes, what'd you call me about? And you said Andrew wanted to meet me? And he goes, oh, yeah, I got confused about what kind of trick I was playing.
And then it cuts to vacation photos with Daddy and
no.
Baby.
But then Andrew and Marissa like see this like Earthman start playing with some toys and they start reminiscing about when their kids were babies, and it kind of gets them, to fall in love again. And then yes, we do cut to these vacation photos of Sal and Marissa's whole family with this giant man.
Earth baby.
Yeah.
Oh, but there should be a line earlier when he first first sees the Earth baby, and he goes, "What are you?" He goes, "Earth baby." And he goes, "That's impossible. That would mean that I have thousands of kids." And he goes, "What?" He goes, "Never mind." Because alluding that he jerks off all the time.
Yeah. Okay, so that's definitely the weakest of the three.
Really? Okay.
You like it?
No, I hate it, but I'm really excited about Baby Bong.
I think we could definitely do Baby Bong. I actually do want to do Satan's left testicle.
Okay.
I wouldn't be against doing this. I think this one needs a lot of polish. It also, we need to find a dude that's willing to be naked.
Well, we'll just put him in, tidy whities. But, brown.
We'll goo up that area. Well, because he's going to be covered in goo. So, that will be, the gooeyest part.
Yeah. I mean, we don't want to be hanging around with a naked guy for 8 hours.
It's art. Don't tell me what I want to do with my 8 hours.
I mean, I assume we're filming this in your apartment.
No, I don't have a house. I have an apartment. I think this has to take place in the house.
Why? We only showed a kitchen.
Okay. Well, because he needs to be out on the lawn,
Yeah, we cut to...
My neighbors would be so upset by this.
But I'm saying we'll use movie magic where it looks like he's on your lawn, but he's somewhere else.
Okay.
It doesn't work. Okay, he's going to be in underwear.
Yeah. All right. Should we try one more? I think it'll just crash and burn, but why not just burn out rather than fade away?
Yeah, it's 10 minutes to 11. I have work tomorrow, so 10 minutes, go.
Okay. So what's the name of this movie? The skeleton pee instead of the skeleton key? And it's about the urine of a skeleton?
Which makes no sense, which actually might work.
Oh, you know what? I think I had an idea for a title I might have wrote down. Give me a second. You think of one while I look.
I'm thinking. The chestnut.
Wait a minute. Oh, the chestnut? Okay, so it's about a guy with a testicle growing out of his peck.
Yes. Because he starts his friend convinces him to start roiding.
Yeah. And it's working out great, and he's doing a bench press, and then we just hear it pop. He goes, "What the fuck was that?" And we look at his left pec, and it looks fine. And then we pan over to his right pec, and when he starts checking that one out, and there is just an obvious testicle that just popped up on it. And he goes, "Oh, fuck, I must have pulled something." And then, like, his gym buddy is like, "Dude, that's a ball. That's very obviously a ball." He's like, "What the fuck do you mean it's a ball?" He's like, "Have you been juicing?" He's like, "No, I haven't been juicing. No, I'm natty." You know, that means natural, you know. He doesn't. I watch YouTube. And he goes, no. My gains are natural. And he goes, "Dude, that's a testicle. You have been using steroids." And he's like,
"I've heard of this happening."
He's like, "You've heard of this happening?" And he goes,
Because I thought they just shrunk.
He says, "You got to get yourself to a doctor." And then there's another guy working out there. He goes, "I'm a doctor." I guess we would need a gym to film in, and that's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we might be able to actually get that. So he says, "I don't know, Jerry. Help me out here. I'm burning."
Well, we don't even have to. We can just show them like leaving. It looks like they were just working out, and the guy goes, "You want to try juicing?" I don't know.
Should we just
End it.
quit while we're ahead?
Yeah.
I think.
I'm really excited about the first one.
Me too. And to anyone listening, I'm sorry about everything else. I think that I actually do like the Devil's Testicle one. I think it's short and sweet, and it would just be good, like, and easy, and just just something to film.
Yeah, and also it'll give us practice of filming in a location and time strengths and all that, you know.
And I still want to do my witch one.
Witch on the bench?
Yeah, the witch on her lunch break.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather do that than the other two.
Well, listen, the Devil's Testicle is not bad.
Well, it could be, we could mix that one with the other one. It could be like a two short, really short.
Well, let's think about it. Let's sleep on it, and let's try to have beautiful lives.
Yes. Also, you should start writing some dialogue for the first one.
Well, listen, there's a lot of eggs in the hamper right now.
And Lord knows when the laundry's getting done.
I love it. All right, man.